Hello, everyone. For those who don't know me, I'm Vicki Gesinski, or as known best at Prince of Peace, Deacon Bruce's wife. I'm here to share a little bit about deacons and what it's like to be married to one. First of all, I want to let you know that my husband is a permanent deacon. There are also transitional deacons who are not married and are on the path to priesthood. Permanent deacons are clergy, ordained ministers of the church, but they live in the secular world. They usually have wives and families and full-time jobs. They are not on the way to priesthood and are not many priests. Now, Deacon Bruce likes to say that Father Bill is very generous as he doubles his pay every year. 2 times nothing is still, well, nothing, because deacons don't get paid. Anyway, he says the pay is not great, but the retirement plan is heavenly. Anyway, for the rest of my talk, I'll be talking about permanent deacons, but I'll just refer to them as deacons. Deacons have a unique perspective as they are clergy, and they also have all the issues that come with having a job and a family life. One thing that's important to understand is that the calling to become a deacon is very different from the call to the priesthood, but it's still a very true calling from God. It's not something that's easy either. The formation program to become a deacon is 6 years of college classes and practical lessons to learn the things that deacons are required to know to properly serve God and his church. The wives also participate in their training because it would not be good to have one half of a couple grow in their faith while the other just stagnates. The two become one, you know. Now, that doesn't make me a deacon. I was never ordained. I have my own ministries I participate in, like I'm an extraordinary minister of Holy Communion and a reader, and I do other things around the parish as well, most of the time with my husband. Now, each deacon's ministry is a little different. Each deacon is ordained a minister of the word and a minister of the cup. That's why at Mass you'll hear the deacon proclaim the gospel and act as an ordinary minister of Holy Communion as he serves the precious blood to the congregation. That's that cup, you know. Different deacons have different charisms as well. Some are very gifted at speaking and give great homilies, some not so much. Some are great teachers and good counselors as well. Each deacon works for the bishop, sorry, Father Bill, but he's assigned to his parish where he serves with the priest's permission and under his direction. We are very blessed to be assigned here. At many parishes, deacons perform most, if not all, of the baptisms. Deacon Bruce has done a few here, but it's always best to do a baptism during Mass, so most of them are done during Mass so the priest presides. In situations where a priest cannot be present, deacons often officiate at communion services as well. Several parishes throughout the diocese have communion services some mornings instead of daily Mass. Again, we are blessed. Deacons can officiate at baptisms, weddings, wake services, funerals, communion services, Eucharistic adoration, and benediction. They serve at Mass, preach, and are involved in community ministry as well. We are blessed with 3 wonderful deacons here at Prince of Peace, and our priests, all of them, have always been very supportive of their calling. Now, what's it like to be married to a deacon? That probably varies as much as deacons vary. My deacon is very active in the parish and in the community. He's the spiritual advisor for the local Knights of Columbus Council. He's done Eucharistic adoration and benediction for the parish and for the youth, both here at the parish and at retreats. He's even done adoration and benediction for other parishes' youth groups at their retreats. He's been a speaker at youth nights, both Edge and Life Team. He's spoken at retreats and has given mornings of reflection. He's attended youth events given by the diocese and organizations outside the diocese. He usually goes to summer camp in Georgia with the youth of the parish. I even got to go once. It was a lot of fun. It was just awesome. He serves at Mass and preaches here, both at Prince of Peace and at St. Hubert of the Forest Catholic Mission in Astor, where we live. Father Seno, our previous parochial vicar, has invited him to preach at Immaculate Heart of Mary Parish in Candler, where Father Seno is now the pastor. Deacon Bruce is the director of the Rite of Christian Initiation of Adults. That's RCIA for short. And that's the program that non-Catholics go through when they want to become Catholic. He does extraordinary minister of Holy Communion workshops for the diocese and ministry to the sick workshops for this parish. Deacon Bruce is involved in the community as a member of the Critical Incident Stress Management Team for Lake County. That's a big thing, but they just call it the CISM team. He's a volunteer chaplain for the Lake County Sheriff's Office and a member of the Greater Orlando Human Trafficking Task Force. He's gone on 2 different mission trips where he helped on construction projects, helped feed the hungry, gave drink to the thirsty, clothed the naked, visited the prisoners, as well as served as a deacon. 1 trip to Haiti and 1 to Uganda. He's planning another trip for maybe next year. Depends on what God calls him to do. How does all this affect our family life? One thing many deacons struggle with, and Deacon Bruce is no exception, is time management. He hates to say no when someone asks him to do something, especially if it's Father Bill. But he also has to have time for his job, family life, rest, and relaxation. Anyone who's involved in ministry knows there has to be a balance between ministry and family life. People come to him with questions that have to do with the Catholic faith, as well as coming to him for help with personal issues or questions. He's not allowed to discuss these things with anyone, including me, and sometimes that is difficult for him as well as for me. It's still an awesome gift to be married to a deacon. Well, my deacon anyway. First of all, it was Deacon Bruce who really brought me to Jesus by inviting me to attend Mass with him. He wasn't a deacon then, and we were just dating, but his love for the Lord and the Catholic Church was intriguing, to say the least. He's been a wonderful spiritual leader for our home and has passed on his love for God to our son, Stephen, who you often see at Prince of Peace filling in any place he's needed. As a family, we've participated in the March for Life, both in Florida and in Washington, D.C. We usually participate in the Right for Life events organized by Prince of Peace, too. We've also participated in the Fortnight for Freedom religious liberty events. Both Steve and I also serve on the RCIA team, which is a wonderful way to share our faith with others. This crazy time we're currently living in has drawn us all closer to Jesus. We know that our hope truly lies in him. We've been watching videos and classes on the Formed program that's available for all the parishioners and having wonderful discussions among ourselves and with our RCIA people. My prayer life has grown deeper and more meaningful as well. Deacon Bruce and I are both working from home. I thank God daily for that. So we can often stop and pray together throughout the day. It's been very hard not to see our church family face to face, and I sure miss the great hugs. We know that ultimately God is in control, and we will all get through this. We eagerly wait for the day when we can all be together again as we share the heavenly feast at communion. May God bless you all.
Wow.
Take